before we talk about this coming fight night, let's go back and let's talk about Fluffy Hernandez versus RoboCop Rodriguez. And I only ended up seeing the main event and the co-main event, but just I heard it was actually a pretty entertaining card.
Yeah, it was not too bad. The one like main fight that outside of those two fights that I wanted to highlight was the RDR fight, the Roman de Ridder Roman Dolidze versus Reiner de Ridder. So we talked about RDR was going up to light heavyweight, which he has experience at in one championship. He held the belt there. But it's funny because what would you imagine you don't want to do when you go in and fight RDR? Roman Dolidze goes in and he pulls guard.
Right.
So clearly he should just be cut for just doing that. But he must not have watched any tape on this guy. So yeah, then RDR just got on top and beat him up, like landed like 100 unanswered strikes. Like I don't think he got hit at all in the entire fight. So
I can imagine.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a very, very strange fight. But yeah, let's move on. Let's just talk about this co-main event here. Serhei Spivac versus Vitor Petrino.
Petrino, I like the fact, I thought, he had some good low kicks here. I thought overall it was interesting because I don't know with Spivac. I thought Spivac might have been the one who was going to hit harder out of two. Like I thought Petrino would have a little more well-round, but I thought Petrino was just a better all-around striker. Like I thought his striking game just looked on point here. I think he had better ground control in wrestling. I thought the pace he kept up was really good too, and this was just a good big win for him as he continues to kind of move on up the ladder in the UFC.
Yeah, I mean he really dominated in the grappling in round 2, and that was like the big part of the fight. And Spivac just got so gassed out from there, and he really couldn't do anything after that. No, it was a kind of a typical heavyweight fight where they just look really sloppy after the first like 10 seconds into the second round. But for me, this was kind of a boring fight. Petrino, yeah, he's moving forward. Spivac is a UFC vet, so that's a good win going forward in his progression.
I will say this, Petrino is 4-0 now as a heavyweight too. Mm-hmm. So that is good. I don't know. I guess you just keep taking him slow at this point. You probably don't want to put him in there with a guy like Derek Lewis or anything yet. Like he's the guy I think of, but like I tend to think Derek Lewis is, unfortunately, as much as I love Derek, he's the guy you almost put in there now with guys for sure are going to be stars. You don't want to waste someone beating Derek probably in his equity on a guy you're not sure yet. But I mean, Petrino, like I said, 4-0 as a heavyweight. Keep rolling, I guess,
Yeah, I mean, heavyweight's so like there's a couple guys at the top now that look good, and there's a lot of guys that are really bad that they can use to build him up. Yeah. Moving on to the main event here. Anthony Fluffy Hernandez versus Gregory RoboCop Rodrigues.
Rodriguez was like, I knew he hit harder, and I said I think that Fluffy was going to be more well-rounded, but man, I thought Rodriguez like really, really dominated a lot of the striking, early on. Great calf kicks as well. His takedown defense was I thought was great. I think I had it written down here. Fluffy attempted 29 takedowns throughout the 5-round fight, and Rodriguez stuffed like 26 of them. I mean, that's just awesome. So, hey, this is a solid performance. And again, I thought Rodriguez, if he was going to win, I thought he would have had to, get the finish. Instead, he wins over 5 rounds. In a lot of ways, I think that's more impressive. They got fighted tonight too. So, great win for RoboCop here.
Yeah, biggest takeaway was how tough Fluffy is. He's just tough as shit because RoboCop, devastating striking. I think he knocked Fluffy down like 4 times with those leg kicks. Plus he rocked him multiple times with punches. So Fluffy was, trying to work his grappling. He had a lot of clinch time on the cage, trying to wear on Rodriguez, and he did. He tired him out a lot. And, in the striking, he was landing too. He landed some jabs and he landed some really good elbows, but just the damage, the effect of RoboCop striking was much more damaging. So that's how he ended up getting the win in the end. So this was a great fight, though. It was, I don't think Fluffy loses too much stock from this loss. He looked really good and tough.
Yeah, and after the fight, Rodriguez had called out Dricus du Plessis. I don't know if he'll get that fight, but hey, all power to him. I do think that, you're in this camp right now. You're trying to get that next big fight at this point. So
yeah, it would be a fun fight. I don't know if Dricus wants that one. He just fought down, right? Like he probably wants to go back, fight back up for someone that's going to win him a belt. But it's pretty pretty stacked up there. So
I just feel like Duplessis, he whether it's waiting or what, he wants that Strickland fight, knowing he has 2 wins over the current champion. So he's probably waiting to see how things play out. Is my guess.
Yeah, I would assume so.
But that was Hernandez versus Rodrigues.